Welcome, beautiful souls, to this full moon in Cancer. Pick a pile. Okay, so this is going to be for the full moon in Cancer, like I said, and Cancer is connected to the emotional body. It's connected to the core of who we are. It corresponds with the fourth house, okay, in astrology. So the fourth house is family and home. So this could be a time of really looking at the structures in your family household. This could be looking at emotional wounds or emotional feelings, things like that around family. And it can be, things from the past, but it can also be things in the present. It could be also around like friends who we consider family, things like that too. Okay, so all these messages here for your highest good and highest good only, but guys, this can be a really, really emotional full moon. So I recommend things like cleansing your energy with the water element, allowing yourself to have a nice salt bath, or if you don't have a bath, have a foot bath, or you can do some Himalayan salt, rub it on your body, and then have a nice shower. Just envision like all that doesn't belong just being washed away. And other things too is drink plenty of water. Some lemon is great in your water because it is detoxifying, purifying, preferably, guys, filtered or spring water. Spring water best, filtered next. Try and stay away from tap water. But because we want the most purest form at least, or no chemicals in there, so that we can have that beautiful cleansing energy coming from the water element there as well. If you want to cry, let yourself cry. Whatever emotions are coming up for you, let them out. Do not suppress. Okay, so connecting to the emotional body, connecting to the emotions, connecting to your inner child if you want to, but connecting with the mother archetype within you. Okay, so some of you might have mother wounds. Others of you just might need to connect to your mother archetype, regardless of what gender you are. And that mother archetype is the nurturer. So how are you nurturing yourself? How are you loving yourself? These are just a few little quick messages here for this full moon in Cancer. But let's get stuck into the pick a pile. So we have pile 1, 2, or 3. So just take a moment, okay? Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Loosen the body. And just pick a pile 1, 2, or 3. You're welcome to watch all of them and see if anything kind of resonates through any. These messages are for your highest good only. But yeah, pick your pile. We're going to start with pile number 1. So I've got a few cards here already that I have pre-shuffled, and then I've also got some tarot that I'll add to it, okay, that I'll shuffle as well. Okay, so you guys, pile number 1, you have surrender your fear of change. So surrender worry and determination and intention to achieve. Okay, so some of you right now obviously could be feeling some fears around change. So change in your circumstances, fearing change within yourself because maybe you're being called to step into your next version, and that feels scary because it's asking a lot of you. That is you. Just take slow, small steps, okay? But just keep going. You've got that, determination to get to that next level, to get to that newer version of yourself. The next expression of yourself is a great way to put it. Some of you might be fearing changes that you're seeing around you, okay, that are happening in your physical reality, changes within relationships, changes within financial circumstances, changes within health, things like that, okay? And you could be having a lot of fear coming up around there as well, okay? One of a good affirmation that you can just repeat, and this is just more so to help you with staying calm and with your nervous system, is I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. Do a lot of mindfulness practices, okay? So journaling, that's a good brain dump to do, especially before bed. Breathing exercises, and just sitting in stillness and just focusing on the breath. And when your mind runs, it goes elsewhere, bring it back to the breath. That can be a really good thing to do. Plus, exercise is great. I recommend more gentle exercise though. So things like yin yoga or walking, okay, things things like that, okay? Now, surrender worry as well. That's the thing right now. When change is happening and we cannot control it, there's nothing we can do, right? It's like we have to go into surrender and flow. We have to have the courage to just see it out. We have to just be like, okay, it is what it is. I can control myself, and that is all. I have control for some things, not all things. And so by living in the energy of worry, it's just going to create more anxiety, more stress. Now, I get it. Sometimes when things are so big and seem so scary, and sometimes they can actually be, pretty big, scary things, that of course is going to cause worry. It's going to cause stress. It's going to cause overthinking. It's going to cause overwhelm. And that's understandable. But then this is where your practices need to come in. This is where self-care needs to come in. This is where talking to others for help, or just to, vent even, just to get it off your chest, or to talk to someone safe. This is where that all comes in, so that we can bring the anxiety down, limit it anyway, okay? Or help ourselves move through it as we move through change as well. And with the determination here, we have a really beautiful lion, okay, a lioness. And this is that courage. This is that divine feminine energy of, I got this. Like, I've got this. I can do this. So what is it that you're wanting to achieve? Set an intention for that. So set an intention for what you're wanting to achieve with this full moon in Cancer. So with this full moon in Cancer, set an intention to what it is that you want to achieve. Write down all the fears that you have around change. Write down any of the worries that you have. And then if it's safe to do so, burn it with this full moon. If you cannot burn it, the next best thing to do is to place it under running water, okay? The paper under running water, and then tear it into pieces, and then discard it in the trash outside, okay? Away from the house. That's something that you can do. This is a number 10 though, okay? So ending, so something could have come to an end or is coming to an end, and that's causing a little bit of worry and concern. Or it could be like a sense of relief, like, oh, this is finally coming to an end, or the universe is asking you, your higher self is asking you to bring something to an end. And when the universe and your higher self, your soul, ask you to bring something to an end, and you hear that call, you feel that call to do that, but you don't, because you have the fear of change and there's worry there. So you don't do it and you prolong it. And then what ends up happening is that a tower moment will come in, and then the universe will create a disruption, a shake-up, something to happen, because it's like, you're not meant to be here anymore. We're meant to move. And then that's what will take place. So I always recommend to avoid that tower moment if you can, is to make those changes yourself, okay? All right, so let's get some tarot here for pile number 1. What do they need to know with this full moon in Cancer? We have the Ace of Cups, beautiful. So filling up your own cup. We have a dove here, okay? The dove represents peace, unity, union. The dove represents the Holy Spirit, okay? The divine connection you have with yourself, the divine connection that you have with others, the divine connection that you have with God, the divine, your angels, your spirit team, and your soul, because yourself, your soul. And the Ace of Cups here as well. So the Ace of Cups speaks of new beginnings, fresh starts, as all aces do, but it's more of an emotional new beginning. It can be connected to love, but it can just be connected to some sort of new emotional beginning. It is the reminder that you cannot give from an empty cup. And when we drain our source, right? Like we drain our energy, we drain our emotional source, our mental source. We become stressed, burnt out, really overwhelmed. That suppresses the immune system, and then we can end up getting, like a cold or a flu or something like that, or if we're really under the weather, or we struggle to sleep, and then we get into this cycle and spiral of not the greatest energy. And so this is the reminder to make sure you're filling up your cup. So yes, you have things to do. Yes, you might have things to worry about and all of that. And I get it. And I send you so much love, especially if it's been difficult for you. But however, you need to take some time to fill up your own cup. Do what brings you joy. Do what brings you relaxation. Do what brings you peace, okay, as well. And for some of you, that might be cutting off some connections, okay, or placing some strong boundaries between you and another that is required and that is needed. But by filling up your own cup, you're able to give so much more to your work, to your loved ones, to the collective, okay, and just to others. And you're able to do that when you have a filled up cup, okay? It's also an energy of self-love. It's an energy of self-worth and self-care. So maybe a question to ask yourself with this full moon is, what is the relationship I have with myself? How do I feel about myself? How can I improve the relationship with myself? And if you're struggling in relationship with others, it's like, how can I give more to this relationship if it's healthy and if it's safe? Okay, guys, if it's healthy and if it's safe. If it's not, you've got to let it go, okay? Or have some sort of plan to let that go. But putting that aside, how can you give more and show up more in this sacred container that you share with another? How can you give from the heart? But also is coming through of like, how can you give to yourself? So those are some questions you can ask yourself with this full moon. Anything else? Do things that really bring you peace, okay, though, that bring a sense of calm through the body. This could be massage. This could be doing things that bring you joy, okay, or doing things that make you feel peaceful. You could be supporting yourself with herbs. So you could be supporting yourself with things like lavender. Now, if you are using herbs, please make sure you source only certified organic herbs, okay? Certified organic herbs. Depending on where you live, it's going to be dependent. If you're over in the US, like Mountain Rose, I think it is, they do really good ones. If you're here in Australia, Mud Brick Cottage, okay? Fantastic organic certified herbs that they grow on their property, okay? It's like a small family business. They're amazing. But things like lavender, passion flower, lemon balm, chamomile, all these types of herbs are very calming. They have really calming properties. Just make sure that you do your research before consuming them to make sure that they're not going to interact with any medications you take or anything like that. So just make sure you check, or any medical alignments you have too. So just, they're pretty safe anyway, but just check for yourself. You can have them in a tea. You can place those herbs in a bath and just bathe in the bath, okay, with those herbs. You can make excuse me, infused oils with them, massage oils, things like that. But I think teas are a great way, and infusions are a great way to do that. Flower essences can be great. Acupuncture, doing even acupressure yourself. What else? Yeah, those things can support you, okay? And yeah, so just take it easy with this full moon, pile number one, okay? I send you so much love. But look, you've got that inner strength, you've got that inner courage here. You do. You can overcome anything, okay? You can overcome anything, and surrender your fear of change. And if you're being called for more expansion, like, you got this, but please make sure you fill up your own cup. Please make sure you do that. And do some mindfulness practices that are going to help you surrender any worry. You can do those rituals I spoke about with the burning or the running underwater after writing all that stuff down that you want to release, and salt baths. Like, work with the water element. It's going to be really, really good. Okay, that's it for pile number one. Hope that resonates. If it does, let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you guys. And let's now move on to pile number two. Okay, pile number two. Okay, we have surrender obsessive thinking and surrender to non-action. So if you are obsessively thinking about something, okay, whether this is another person, a situation, things you can't control, things like that. It's like if you're obsessively thinking about something, the best thing for you to do is to turn the dilemma over to spirit. One thing, sorry, a garbage truck arriving. I'm glad that came later than normal, because I held a women's circle this morning within my membership, and that would have been really irritating because we do visualizations and meditations and a lot of great stuff in there. So apologies if you can hear that. I might just wait a second because it's loud. Okay. So surrender to obsessive thinking. So one thing that I remember, like my mum would always say to me, was let go and let God. Once you've done everything in your control, in your power, that you can try to do to solve something, to create change for something, once you've done all of that and there's nothing left for you to do, then surrender and let go. Let go and let go and let God, meaning let go and let God take care of it. Let go and let the universe take care of it, spirit take care of it, okay? So turning the dilemma, whatever it is, over to spirit, it'll help you gain clarity and even solve the problem. And also just spirit just solves it as well. Sometimes that just happens. It's like we do what we needed to do. There's nothing else we can do. Spirit comes in and everything works out, okay? Like the solution comes, things come full circle. So surrender to non-action. So now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power, okay? And just let things come to you, let others come to you. There is nothing for you to chase. There is nothing for you to go after. There is nothing for you to give give too much energy to. At the moment, it's just give the energy to the things you need to give energy to, of course, but at the moment it's just non-action, okay? And so that goes hand in hand with this obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about another individual, maybe there's no contact, right? They've cut off contact, or you guys have kind of just drifted apart. You're obsessively thinking about it because maybe there was no conversation, there was no closure, you feel confused, and you just want to reach out. You just want to keep reaching out. You want to try to reach out, and you're obsessively thinking about it. No, okay? We want to go into no action. Take a step back. Bring that energy back to you. Take your power back. If they are meant to, right, that they will come to you, okay? They will come to you. Now, if it's a toxic situation, block and goodbye, okay? Because you deserve better than that, and it's time to move on. But in saying all this, so surrender obsessive thinking, surrender to non-action. We then have love, okay? And look at this. This is such self-love. This is such beautiful divine feminine energy. This is taking care of yourself, taking care of your emotional needs. And with this full moon, you might need to really take care of your emotional needs, okay? Especially if your mind is just like in overdrive with thinking about something so much that you have no control over. So shifting the focus from that onto you, doing the things that bring you joy, doing the things that make you feel loved, taking care of yourself, all of that. Focusing on the things that bring you fulfillment, focusing on your life purpose, focusing on your life's work, focusing on like the relationships that are great in your life, focusing on creating better habits, better patterns, routines, things like that, okay? So just a lot of self-love as well. We also have the romance card here, okay? So love and attraction. Some of you too, you could be like trying to manifest love, trying to manifest a partner, okay? Trying to manifest a really healthy, dynamic relationship. And it's like, okay, you've done everything you've needed to do. You've done the growth, you've done the things. Now just surrender and let go. Okay, be just focusing on you, and that will magnetize your energy and bring you into alignment with that individual, okay? And we're not trying to manifest a specific individual, like a certain somebody. It's more of the relationship and the type of individual. And then whatever form that comes in, that's like not your business, right? That's spirit's business. And you'll come into alignment with that or with that person. And that's what you're going to attract towards you, right? Like attracts like. So romance here, but also like Bring some romance into your life. It's very Cancer energy. It is a really um, loving sign. It's a romantic sign. And so romanticize the fuck out of your life. Romanticize the mundane. Buy yourself some flowers. Fill your house with things that make you smile and bring you joy and just beautiful essential oils, things like that. And just focus on you and just romanticize your life, okay? This will also bring you into the energy of joy, bring you into an energy of peace and calm. And that's going to help you with the obsessive thinking and to start to release that and let that go. So just with this full moon, take a moment to write down those things that you are obsessively thinking about and burn it and hand it over to God. Or if you want to, just state it out loud and say, okay, God, universe, divine, angels, whatever you resonate with, I now give this to you to sort out. I trust that you will sort this out for the highest good of all. Okay? So just, yeah, do that. All right, let's get a couple of tarot cards here for you guys. Pile number 2. Seven of Wands, okay? Overcoming obstacles. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom for you guys. Okay, this is rest, this is rejuvenation, this is healing, this is patience. This is, you've kind of gone through some of the darkness and now here we are, we're stepping away from this, we're going here and we're transforming with these butterflies. Okay, we're connecting to the earth and we're just relaxing. So that's that non-action. That's that, look, it's not time yet, okay, card. There's some introspection that needs to be done, or just relaxing and taking care of yourself too. So the Seven of Wands here, this is overcoming obstacles, overcoming challenges. It's also the energy of standing your ground, okay? Standing your ground, having strong boundaries, and also any of this obsessive thinking that's coming through. So these like wands that are like coming at you representing this obsessive thinking, these thoughts, like, no, we're overcoming these. That's it. I'm slashing these away. No, I'm going to surrender and I'm going to shift the focus and focus on me. I'm going to shift the focus and focus on me and romanticize the fuck out of my life, out of the mundane, and just bring peace into my life so that I can allow the universe to do its thing and to create solutions and outcomes that are for my highest good and the highest good of all, and just allow the abundance that is for me to come to me, for me to be in this energy so I can be magnetic and call that in. Okay, so just do that, all right? So, but look, overcoming challenges. So whatever this thing is that could be causing this obsessive thinking, you will overcome it, okay? But once it's out of your control, once you've done all you need to do, let go and let God. Okay, beautifuls, souls, that is pile number 2. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if that resonates in the comments. And I send you so much love and many full moon blessings. Okay, pile number 3, the last pile here. What do we have for you? Okay, we have surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Oh, wow. Okay. And we have balance, and we have procrastination and Phoenix arising. So what outdated beliefs do you have about yourself? Okay. So letting go of limiting ideas that originate from your past, or originate from ideas that someone else placed into your mind once upon a time, the things that were indoctrinated into you. Okay. The things that was like, you need to be this way, you need to do that. Or through your experiences, maybe you've had, some crappy relationships in the past. And then so now you hold that belief that it's impossible to have a healthy relationship. All men suck, or all women suck, or whatever, right? Or maybe this is, I'm not good enough to get that promotion. Can't speak. Promotion. There we go. Or I'm not smart enough to do this, or I can't improve my patterns. I can't break this. Like whatever it is. Okay, we're surrendering those outdated beliefs. So whatever you have, write down on a piece of paper. So this is a good journal prompt. What outdated beliefs do I hold about myself? What outdated beliefs do I hold about myself? Then just sit there, take some deep breaths, and write them all down. Okay? You can journal about it. You can do any further journal prompts that come through intuitively for you. And then you can either just tear that up once you're done and put it in the bin, or you can, even better, if you can and it's safe to do so, I recommend burning it under the moon, and letting that go. Okay? But also writing down how you're going to overcome these. Okay? How you're going to like shift the story. Okay? So again, say you have a story that, just hypothetically here, all men suck. All right, all men can't be trusted. Something like that. It's just the thing that's coming through for me. How can you shift that story? Okay. Look around you. If you don't see any good men around you, okay, then you're going to start looking elsewhere, because I'm telling you, they exist. Okay, they do. There are so many wonderful, healthy masculines out there. Okay, or if you have a belief that, like, I suck at relationships, okay, maybe what you need to do then is look at those past relationships, look at how you showed up, maybe how your attachment style showed up in the relationship, maybe how your fears got in the way, and start to rewrite that story, okay, into I am great at relationships. I attract healthy relationships to me. I allow the power of connection, healthy container, to allow me to grow and shed all that doesn't belong, because we can do as much work as we possibly can, right? Sorry, my hands are really like this today. I'm a hand talker, but they're just like next level. But like we can shift as many, we can do all the healing before getting into a relationship. And then we get into a connection, and especially a healthy one, and it's like boom, boom, we're just like just all of a sudden we're like, I thought I healed this, I thought I healed this, I didn't realize this was to be healed. And that's the power of healthy dynamics and healthy relationships, is that you can do the healing in there. And a lot of that is on how that other person treats you. It's like it shows you something different. It's like, that belief I had before, it's not true. It's like, because look, here is the proof, right? The proof in the pudding. But anyway, whatever outdated beliefs you have about yourself, write those down and then rewrite the story. Okay, rewrite the story for yourself. And take back your power, guys. Like, take back your power. Literally said it out loud. Like, I take back my power, okay, from this, from that, from the past, whatever it is. There's also a need for you to have some balance around spirituality and your physical world. So, I mean, I incorporate spirituality within, or spiritual practices, for example, within my daily life. And I consider myself a spiritual person. And what does that mean? I'm just a spiritual being here in this beautiful physical body and here on this journey called life. And that's how I choose to live life. So I don't look at it as separate, but however, I'm very grounded in my reality. I'm a very grounded individual. I have a lot of earth in my chart. I'm a Capricorn as well, but I'm very grounded in my reality. So I connect to other realms. I love the, like that kind of cosmos stuff, right? I can't think of the word. I love all of that. But I also love being here in the physical reality. So if you find yourself a little too disconnected from your physical reality and you're a little bit too out here, a little bit out of the body, ground yourself to bring yourself back in, okay? To bring in some steadiness as well. For some of you, if you're too in the physical and you're focusing too much on just like the physical, material of the world, then you need to bring in some spiritual practices, or rediscover or rediscover spiritual practices, or uncover new spiritual practices that serve you and that help you, okay, as well. So I'm hearing as well for you guys, like if you can with this full moon, is do some stretching, some light stretching. Don't push yourself too far. If you have a bolster, that can be really helpful, or just get some like pillows between, like underneath you, so you can have like a soft, it can just help with the stretches, basically is what I'm trying to say. But if you have a bolster, it's even better. But if you can do some light stretching, You could just go onto YouTube and just search a video up, okay, of light stretching, and you can do some of that. Or you can do something like yin yoga, would be really good. And something with the hip flexors as well. If you're really tight in the hips, do some hip flexors, but do it slowly, okay? Because you can overextend sometimes and you could hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. Okay. The next thing here as well is we have Phoenix rising and procrastination. So what are you procrastinating on? Is there something you're procrastinating on? You could write that down, like, is there something I'm procrastinating on? What am I procrastinating on? Okay, this could be part of your growth. This could be something that you keep feeling called to do, but you're not doing it. This could be something so mundane like paperwork, and you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do my taxes. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I can't be bothered doing all that freaking washing. I can't bother cleaning my room. I can't bother sorting out my closet. I can't be bothered reorganizing my house, right? My Christmas tree is still up and I just can't be bothered on taking it down. That's me at the moment. I'm procrastinating on that. So I need to do that. But yeah, so whatever you're procrastinating on, it could be something really mundane, or it could be something that your soul's calling you towards, or there's some expansion and growth to be experienced and something's holding you back there. Now, if you're procrastinating on more mundane stuff, the guidance here is like, do it. Just do it. Get it out of the way. You're going to feel better, and you're going to help yourself start moving again, okay? And free up some headspace too. If you need to book that doctor's appointment, you're procrastinating on it, don't go and book it. Okay, that's something that's coming through. There's a conversation that needs to be had and you're procrastinating on it, don't. It's time to have that conversation. Sometimes as well, though, you could be in a freeze response, okay? With the nervous system, right? So we have fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. And if you're in a freeze response, it definitely has you in procrastination, because it's like your body's kind of shutting down. I don't mean like shutting down in a way your organs are failing. It's not what I mean. But your nervous system is shutting your body down to protect itself, okay? To protect you. And if that's you, if you find yourself in a freeze, like, I can't do anything, I can't do the bare minimum, I feel heavy in my body, I feel like I just can't do anything. Some ways to help you get out of that is some vagal toning, okay? So we work with the vagus nerve. Just look up online on some different things that you can do for that, but humming is a really good one. Just like... Okay, and do that just keep doing that. And then once you begin to start to yawn, that's a really good sign that you're starting to come out of freeze. Another thing you can do is sit by a tree, lay on the ground in nature. It's a really great way to help your body get out of freeze. Certain somatic exercises can help too, okay? Just look online for those ones. Okay, so if you're in a freeze though, it's like you're not lazy. Your nervous system is shutting down for a reason. Help yourself get out of freeze and then really nurture yourself back to feeling really good again, okay? Now, Phoenix rising. You are the Phoenix rising. How are you being called to grow? How are you being called to expand? How are you being called into your next level? What are you being called into? These are some questions to ask yourself with this full moon. But you are the Phoenix rising. Things happen in life that are outside of our control sometimes. Sometimes we cause our own tower moment, right? Through old patterns, self-sabotage, things like that. But hey, we learn, we grow, we take the medicine from that so we don't repeat it, right? Nothing to hold shame about. But sometimes there are things that happen outside of our control. And there's nothing we can do about it. And they bring us into deep emotional pain. And they bring us into turmoil. And they bring us into the fetal position where we are just crying, right? Like, I'm sure we've all been there. I know I have. And there's nothing you can do other than just allow yourself to experience the process of it. Seek external help if you need it, of course, please, of course. Stay away from substances, including things like coffee. It's not good for your nervous system at that time. And including if you're in that freeze response, please stay away from caffeine. I'm suggesting it, okay? Obviously, free will, you do you. But when we're in that process of experiencing that deep emotional pain or turmoil or chaos, and there's nothing we can do, we just have to surrender to the process and let the process take place, allow the emotions to arise and to flow through, regardless if it's rage, if it's anger, if it's sadness, if it's just deep grief, which basically is all of that anyway, it's just the underlying of it, then allow yourself to express it, but just express it in a constructive way, especially if it's anger and rage, okay? But allow it to come out of your body. Go to one of those break rooms, right? Where like the smash rooms where you go in and you get the eye protection and the gear on and you just let it break things. If that's going to help you, it's not going to be good for everyone. It could be destabilizing for some people's nervous systems while a huge relief for others, okay? Running can be another good one. Things like that, okay? But yeah, so just have to let that process take place. And then from that, it's like being burnt to the, it's like everything being burnt to the ground, to the ashes, and you rise from that. You go through the trenches and you rise and you come out the phoenix rising. And for a lot of you, it's like you've already been through that emotional pain, that turmoil, all of that. And you're starting to bring yourself back into balance. You've learnt your lessons. You're starting to integrate what you have been learning. You're integrating the medicine of that experience. And then now it's like, it's time to rise. You are the phoenix rising. This is the rebirth. This is the rebirth. This is the rebirth. Don't try to suppress it. Don't try to restrict it from happening, okay? Because it might feel unsettling or a little scary or a fear of change, things like that, or just the fear of the unknown. Don't allow yourself to suppress it. That's that procrastination energy. Just allow it to take place, okay? Allow the natural process of the rebirth to take place, but you are the phoenix rising. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple of tarot cards for you guys. Number 3 need to know, please. Thank you. The Fool, guys. Oh, in my head, when I was talking about this is the rebirth, I kept seeing the Judgment card. I almost said it. But anyway, we have Judgment on the bottom. Okay. The emotional cleansing. Guys, work with the water element. I'm suggesting this to everyone, but work with the water element. And for you guys specifically, if you can have running water, okay, so a shower, if you can, and it might be really difficult if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, but have a blast of cold water on you, okay? So you could have like a warm shower and then blast that cold water. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. Maybe just make it more like lukewarm. But if you're in Australia and it's really hot here at the moment, then you're probably going to like that cold water. But if you can just get in the shower under running water, and just as that is coming over you, over your body, get your hair wet, okay, as well. Just all completely over you as that is taking place. Just hold the intention that all that is not serving you is being cleansed, is being removed. You're being rejuvenated. You are being renewed, okay? So that can be a really good thing and helpful thing for you guys to do with this full moon. Something very easy, very light to do. Or you can go for a swim in the ocean, okay? You can take a dip. Just make sure you get your head under as well, if you can. Otherwise a bath, okay, a salt bath. But for you guys though, I'm really feeling more the running water is important, or to submerge yourself in water is important, okay? We have the Fool here, so this is like that, taking that leap of faith, and that's could be the procrastination some of you guys have. I know I gotta take this leap. I know I do. It's not reckless at all, and I'm not being foolish by needing to take this or wanting to take this. But I'm afraid of the unknown. I don't know what this is going to look like when I step over the threshold, when I step into this new chapter. And so that could have you procrastinating a little bit. This is the time to just take that step. How do you move out of procrastination? You just do it. You take the step, okay? So we have the Fool here. This is the universe has your back. The sun is shining on you. Okay, that's that beautiful father son energy. If you can, in the morning, get that morning sun on your face. Okay, that can be really lovely to experience, or watch the sunrise, watch the sunset. Really good for melatonin, okay, to be produced in the body, and so helping you sleep, getting nice restful sleep. That's coming through. But the Fool, this is fresh beginnings, new starts, taking that leap of faith. The universe has your back. It's also moving forward lighter, right? Like she's just got this one small bag. She's not taking much with her. She's in a white dress. That indicates that purity, okay? That cleansing, that purifying. And she has this one bag. And she's not bringing everything with her, all the shit, all the past, all those outdated beliefs. No. She's like rejuvenated. She's doing the Phoenix Rising and she is feeling light AF. She doesn't have any of that heavy baggage. It doesn't belong to her anymore. She's like, I'm done with that shit. It doesn't belong to me. Why am I holding on to other people's stuff? Why am I holding on to other people's projections? Why am I holding on to something in the past that doesn't exist anymore? It doesn't exist. I have the present moment and that is it. And this present moment is calling me to step forward. It's calling me to release and step forward lighter. Okay, meaning that I'm not taking the shit with me forward. You are the Phoenix Rising. You are the alchemist. Okay, we have a number 5 here with the Phoenix Rising. It's a 32, comes to a 5. That is change. Okay, that is change. What are you being called to change? Great journal prompt. What are you being called to change? You got this, and you're not alone in this, okay? Like you are not alone in this. You are not alone in this. And judgment also represents like answering the call. So what do you need to answer the call to? This is the call of your soul. This is the call of your higher self. What are you being called to? But please, if you can get under a shower or submerge yourself in water, please do. It's going to be really just good, okay? Energetically, it's going to be really good. And symbolic, okay? Symbolic too. But this is rebirth. Judgment's rebirth, okay? It's time though. That's judgment. It's time. You've been laying down long enough, which is the procrastination or just the like, I'm healing. Okay, yeah, great, fantastic. Now we're moving forward, okay? We're not going to stay on the hamster wheel of that cycle of I'm healing, I feel good, something happens, and I got to heal, and I feel good, and something happens, I got to heal. Get off that fucking hamster wheel. Okay, start repeating the same lessons, okay? Get off it. Take that medicine forward with you, meaning the stuff that is like that juicy wisdom that you're going to take forward with you and leave the rest behind. Get off that hamster wheel and step forward. Okay? That's your full moon messages. Pile number 3. I send you so much love. If that resonates, please comment below. If you have watched this all the way through, I send you so much love. Blessed full moon. I will be back with some readings soon. I had taken a bit of a break, but I will be back. And I've got some things in the works of how I'm going to do moving forward, how I'm going to do readings moving forward on YouTube. But I send you guys so much love and I will talk to you, see you very soon. Bye guys.